YouTube, Yu-Gi-Oh! Galaxy, and I wanted to do a discussion on how I feel the format is shaping up right now. Now, the format has shaped up so there's 3 decks that are most certainly in the solid positions of 1, 2, and 3, and I feel technically the 4th is pretty solid. But people are really saying the 5th is up for debate. I'm going to say what my opinions are. Now, obviously the best deck of this format is Elemental Dragons. Its insane ability to make Dracosack makes it unrivaled ever. There's no deck that can challenge it right now. Prophecies can beat it, but I feel in terms of how good the deck is, Prophecy is bar none much, much worse. More consistent, but much worse. The next deck, of course, will be Prophecy. Prophecy is a very good deck, very solid deck, that really is the only deck right now, other than Evil Swarm, that can really give E-Dragons a challenge. The only problem with Prophecy is they easily get shut down by cards like Thunder King. They kind of get hurt by Macrocosmos, and they're just destroyed by Eradicator Epidemic Virus. The fact that the deck has so many easily ways to answer is why it's the second place deck. I do understand that E-Dragons is hurt by cards like Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, Imperial Iron Wall, and Jowgen, and potentially Fossil Dyna, but I mean, the deck can play through any situation, so it really doesn't matter. The third best deck, of course, is Evil Swarm, because it's Ophion.deck. Their first turn play is going to be going into Ophion, getting their Infestation Pandemic, and just protecting that Ophion so that decks like Prophecy can't go into High Priestess, and E-Dragons just can't do anything because they can't special summon their big dragons. And that's the way that deck does things. Another reason that deck, I would say, is the third best of the format is because it can easily run Eradicator Epidemic Virus in its main deck, because it has Ophion to tribute, which is really good in the Prophecy matchup. So, that's why I think that deck would have to be the third best, and I'm pretty sure everyone agrees with me. The fourth best deck, which was the third best, but now is the fourth, is Mermail. I would say Tidal Mermail is the more consistent build, seeing as it can hit Dracosack, Big Eye, and Abyss Gaios, which is still very broken, very easily. This deck brings a lot of playability with Megalos and Abystius. It also has a Searcher in the form of Dragoons, and a Pauper in the form of Marksman, and Heavy Infantry. So this deck can play through almost any situation, which is why I would put it in the top 5 best decks of the format. This deck does a lot of things. The fifth best, I would say, goes between 2 decks, and those 2 decks would be Inzektor and Macro Rabbit. Macro Rabbit, I would say, could be the 5th best because of its pure ability to hurt Prophecy, have a decent matchup against Evil Swarm, pretty good matchup against Mermail, and essentially a good matchup against everything else. The only problem with that is it can easily be destroyed by cards side decked like Imperial Iron Wall, which just kind of hurts the entire deck, and then Guaiba's not as good this format because of what's being mained. Sorry, that was my cat. The other deck I would say could do it would be Inzektor. Inzektor has the ability to play through any situation with Dragonfly and Hornet. Of course, these cards are both at 1, so it does make a case that the deck can't be consistent, but then again, it does have Dark Grepher. I would say the deck is consistent enough, so it could be the 5th best deck. It can play through situations, but again, it's one of those decks where it's very easy to set against. Macrocosmos really shuts the deck down. Not being able to use the graveyard for its Ladybugs and Hornets really just hurts the deck. It also hurts cards that the deck plays, like Monster Reborn, Pot of Avarice, which are very crucial parts of the deck. With that, I think those are the 5 best decks. This format isn't really going to change until September 1st when we get our ban list. Prophecy might be getting support in the new pack. I think Judgment of Light is what it's called. So they might eventually be the best deck because they get new support. We don't know yet, but that's how the format is now, halfway in, and I feel this is kind of how the format is going to stabilize, with these 6 decks potentially staking their claim as the top 6. Thanks, YouTube, and that's all.